Hello and welcome to EBTV3's presentation of East Brunswick High School sports. Today we're here at East Brunswick High School for a girls lacrosse game. East Brunswick versus Hopewell Valley. I'm Charlie King, and this good-looking gentleman standing to my right is Mr. Ken Saroka. Thank you very much, Ken, for joining us.
Pleasure to be here on a beautiful day.
Oh, it's gorgeous. A little breezy up here, but I think it should be a good contest today between East Brunswick and Hopewell. East Brunswick comes in at 2-4. Not quite what they expected, but there's improvement on the horizon.
Well, last year making the state playoffs was certainly a big boost for the girls lacrosse program here at East Brunswick. But this is a program that is in its fifth year right now and has its fourth head coach. But Cindy Todorov is no stranger to East Brunswick athletics. She's the longtime field hockey coach and has done a great job at recruiting field hockey players to come and play this exciting sport of girls lacrosse.
Right, and if anyone can turn him around, certainly Cindy can. As you indicated, she did an outstanding job and still does. In field hockey, back when soccer came in and field hockey was kind of on the outs, it was almost out the door, and she revived the program and has made them a Central Jersey power and very competitive. Quite a few scholarships out of that program as well. So I'm sure that if Cindy can stick with this for a while, although she was mentioning her assistant, Cherie Brooks, who played at Monmouth College. And that should help the program as well.
And she also said that she has a great core of freshman talent coming in. Freshman team is 4-1 coming into today. Varsity team at 2-4. Very tough schedule that they play. And there are these other schools like Bridgewater and Immaculata have either local recreational programs or feeder programs from the lower grades coming up, whereas we're brand new here and we don't have that kind of benefit in East Brunswick.
Right. I see you're holding some of the equipment here, the stick and the ball. Now, what can you tell us about that ball? Obviously, it's yellow, but it looks a little hard to me.
Yeah, it's very hard, Charlie. You don't want to have this flying at you. And you'll notice that when we show the game here that the girls do not wear any kind of protective padding except for the goaltenders. Unlike the boys' game where they're all padded up on the elbows, chest protector, helmets, this is a game that does not rely on contact. The only contact will be stick to stick. So it's a game of speed, positioning, and knowing where you are on the field and being able to adapt to a running situation. The girls' stick, unlike the boys' stick, the girls' stick has a very shallow pocket. The ball actually has to stay up a little bit above the pocket itself so that they can see that it's not hanging in there. So that the girls, when they cradle, which is the motion of taking the stick and running downfield with it, they'll have it up and out and controlling with two hands, whereas for the boys' game with the deeper pockets in the sticks, they can cradle with one hand comfortably, run with the ball, and also execute passes and shots, whereas the girls will have to play with one hand down here on the lower end and another hand up high. And as you see, this particular stick has tape on both parts right here for better grip. With no helmets or protective gear.
Now is that hard, or is it soft?
Well, this is a very hard rubber ball here. This is very hard, and with no protective gear, there are certain rule changes here that we have to make the audience aware of. First of all, you have kind of like an invisible bubble around you. Right. I can't come across your face. I can't come in over top, and I'm not allowed, if you're cradling on your far side here, I'm not allowed to come in like this to knock the ball out. Those are dangerous plays. You'll also know that when we get to the offensive end, if a defender steps in the way of an offensive player, the referee will blow the play right there because that's a shooting space violation. You don't want to have to be in front of one of these shots, not without any padding.
Right. Okay, and we'll be pointing those out as we go through the game, and our spectators can get a first-hand view, and we'll explain some of those rules as an equipment further as we go into the game. And we're about ready to begin, and we shall be right back with the start of today's contest.
Okay, welcome back to J. Doyle Field. East Brunswick versus Hopewell Valley girls lacrosse action starting off at midfield.
Okay, Ken.
33, Sherry Miller.
Sherry Miller, 33.
Will draw. We have the Hopewell lineup coming. It's not in our hands, so apologies to the Hopewell fans who will get a copy of this tape.
We'll have to work on that.
Yep. Ball placed about waist high, popped up in the air and controlled after a little bit of a scrum. Picked up, well, still
not able to pick it up. We have a whistle on that.
Yeah, it's checking at an open stick. That is, playing the stick as opposed to the ball, and that's Kristen Marcali with the ball. Now, when a foul is called, the offending player stands behind. Coming in inside 8 meters and knocked out of her stick on a great check on Daniela Adinolfi. But knocked down and picked up by the Hopewell Valley defense, and they will break it out down the far sideline.
Good passing for Hopewell.
Now again, watch the feet and the positioning here as the EB defenders, and that should have been a moving pick. Not allowed in this game. Now just operating outside the 12-meter, right inside, nobody covered. A shot and a score by the Hopewell Valley team. Again, just to explain, as you look at that defensive set, the Bears were trying to set up a kind of picket fence around what is called the 8-meter arc, and players are not allowed to pack it in behind them. That rule was put in women's lacrosse and girls lacrosse about 15, 20 years ago to prevent teams from just putting all their players
everybody right by the circle, right around the circle. Mm-hmm. Right.
So any defensive player who is going to run through that area has to be marking another player. 1-0 Hopewell Valley, and once again at midfield will be a draw. Ball placed about waist high. The player sticks back to back, and then they wrestle it out. Pops up into the air.
Picked up by Hope. No, still unable to pick it up.
And that's another whistle, and this time with the foul call against East Brunswick. Looks like Alexandra Schmidt, number 50, on the call there. Everybody freezes in place. No one's allowed to take any extra steps to make an advantage. Again, inside.
Attack.
Good defense there. Now you'll see once again East Brunswick trying to establish that perimeter defense. Michelle Burson, who was playing attack last year, now back on the defensive line. Number 38 guarding right there, waiting for this Hopewell offense. Cutters coming through.
Picked up by East Brunswick. Oh, it's dropped. That was number 13 on that play, Rachel Chichi for East Brunswick. Oh, we have another penalty, Ken.
Another call there, another infraction.
East Brunswick has the ball, and as you indicated, the Hopewell players have to stay behind her. Knocked away.
Krista Marcali there battling for it. Possession is 9/10 of the game here. Control of the offense. 25-minute halves, running time, except the clock will stop after goals or at injuries.
Or a timeout, which there's one per half for each team.
Now, the teams can play in essentially the natural boundaries of the field, but there is a little yellow line, a little dashed line there back by the goalpost that you see.
I think our viewers can pick that up. There's an 18-yard line, and then what's that, 12 yards or 8 yards?
There's the two arcs, but then behind you have the white kind of soccer lines. Shot and a save. Pernick,
nice save.
And Pernick controls the rebound. She has 10 seconds to get rid of the ball.
Okay, controlled by
Burson, picks it up. Again, watch the control. Out in front with the stick. Passes downfield. One hop to Marcali.
Alfie, goal shot over the goal.
That looked like the Hopewell defender got a piece of that.
Of the stick, yeah.
Deflecting it wide and high. Again, everybody when the whistle blows has to stay in place. So that's where you have the lineup right now. East Brunswick will bring it out to the area around the goalpost, just on the grass.
And there's a dotted yellow line back there. I don't know if our viewers can see that.
Right by if you look where the Hopewell number 7 is right now.
Right.
That's Sarah Spencer. That was an aggressive check right there.
That was a block against Caitlin Park, number 40.
Now, there are no penalties that penalize manpower, but this is what's called a free position shot. Like a one-on-one with the goalie here for East Brunswick. Caitlin Park coming in and loses control of it. She was looking to go high, it looked like, and lost control, and it's picked up by Hopewell Valley.
I think Caitlin is the leading scorer for the Bears, but unable to convert there.
Running a little close to that sideline for
we got
Hopewell
number
Valley
23 for Hopewell Valley.
Amy
Palin.
In the back there, that's now number 6, Emily Devlin, kind of quarterbacking the offensive set from behind the goal.
Now, East Brunswick's letting her run free back there. Is that?
Well, she's no threat right back there to anybody, and it gives the defense an opportunity to double team if need be, coming through or coming around the crease area. You see Gina Blanard there, number 7, kind of marking.
Right.
But then the cutter comes through, and that's the point. If everybody's watching the ball, you have these cutters will run right down Broadway, right down the middle, and look for that shot. Okay, now you heard the whistle there as they ran off into kind of the drainage area there from the field. Referee will position them inside that dashed yellow and white line.
And play stops as soon as it goes across that broken line.
Yeah, that's mainly for
safety.
Okay, once again, controlling from behind the cage.
There's essentially a man-to-man defense, if you will, person-to-person defense.
Now, if you look a little wide, if our camera can get the little wide angle, you see a lineup here of 3 Hopewell Valley players trying to run through.
Right.
They'll zigzag their way in and out, and if somebody breaks free, that person from behind the cage will throw it out in front.
Now, how long can she stay back there without doing something with it?
There's no shot clock. There's no 5-second rule like in basketball in the pros.
So she can stay there for as long as she...
Until somebody comes out.
Okay. So what would you do, attack that or just let her stay back there?
If she's not doing anything, I'd rather have the players marking up, matching up with their counterparts, not worrying about her. Okay, an East Brunswick foul on the play will result in what's called a free position shot from the 8-meter arc, and this is for number 10, Allison Moriarty. The offending player on the foul was number 50, Alexander Schmidt. Whistle will blow in. Everybody can converge. Shot knocked down by Pernick. Battle right at the crease.
Now she can use her hand to pick that up.
Yes.
Okay.
Now Burson will run it through. And that is a heavy check right there. And
she got a stick in the head there by number 17 for Hopewell, Allison Mullaney.
That's a yellow card. She must come out of the game at least until the next stoppage of play. And 2 yellow cards, just like soccer, 2 yellow cards is a red card, and she would be ejected. But there is no manpower penalty.
So number 1 is on for her in that situation so they don't lose a player.
Right.
Okay.
Now, as you see the players coming up, East Brunswick, good check from behind. As Jennifer Chen was trying to bring the ball up, a great stick check there. You'll see a yellow restraining line. Basically, inside that yellow line, the restraining area, you have a 7-on-7 offensive situation, and that rule was put in the college game about 5 years ago.
Caitlin Park,
again,
knocked
possession
away
of the ball
by number 6.
Does not take much. As I said in the intro, the ball is sitting very upright, so it doesn't take much.
I saw the officials, Ken, at the start of the game, place the ball on each player's. They checked each player's stick so that the ball was showing, as you had indicated in our opening.
That's something you have to pay attention, especially on wet or humid days, because playing those laces, which are leather, will expand a little bit and the ball will sit deep. And I've seen coaches challenge goals
because of the stick,
and because they think that the stick is wet, and the ball sits in there, and that goal will be disallowed. So you'll see some players immediately after they score a goal, they immediately tighten their stick just for the heck of it. Okay, now
East Brunswick on the attack here.
Now here comes Michelle Burson coming up from her defensive line again, knocked down. Ball is batted around. And an attempted shot there, looks like by Stephanie Blanard, trying to pick up the loose ball.
But picked up by Hopewell, number 2.
Again, that was a little bit of a bump there. Caitlin Park bumping, and she'll stand behind.
All right, that's Katie DeBlasi, number 2, DeBlasi for Hopewell.
1-0 our score. Hopewell Valley has had the better of the opportunities.
Danielle Anolfi picks it up, or tries to.
Coming across some bare patches there. Should be easier to pick the ball up. You hear the breeze blowing in our crowd mic there. Bounced around, and this time picked up, looks like on a couple of bounces, Molly Ryan. Ryan overthrows Amy Palin. Ball goes out into the bench area where the JV team is seated. Palin.
That's the future of the Bears squad there, those 15 freshmen on the JV squad.
Allison Moriarty again. You see the stick movement to keep the ball in control. It's kind of that centripetal or centrifugal force. I don't know which one it is. I didn't take physics in high schools.
Allison Moriarty, now they're setting up an offensive play here. They break across.
This time the play was set up from the crease area or to the right side of the goalie.
Right.
But again, nothing broke out of that. Good matchup defense. Now coming in on a break. Shot off the pipe. That's Allison Moriarty with the shot that hit the
top of the pipe. Might have got a stick on it. I don't know. It's close.
The cages are 6 foot by 6 foot, 36 square feet of shooting area.
Nice pass. Knocked away again.
Again, control. Burson you notice Burson just riding, staying in front, denying the easy pass.
Now we're going to work from behind. That was Devlin before with the stick for
Hopewell. And you saw right there coming down, Amy Palin, 23, coming right down, a missed assignment on the defense, and a trip there.
That's Jenna Blunt.
Gina got roughed up a little bit. Going to take a couple of moments to just gather herself up.
Official walks over and picks up the ball, and we're getting ready to go.
Gina's a soccer player, so she's
used to getting bumped around a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Again, you see the offending Hopewell player standing behind, but once that whistle blows, they can collapse in.
To Park, number 40.
This is
Bears have been getting it knocked away. I was just going to say that, and certainly here it goes again. Park picks it back up.
And that might be a little poor choice there for the East Brunswick players like Park and Burson trying to run through traffic instead of trying to run around.
Now, we mentioned Burson before, and Coach had indicated that she was going to move her back more on a defensive end. But here she is.
Right, even though she plays defense, she can come up. The rule is only 7 offensive players can be on the right.
Inside that 30-yard line.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now, like I said, if a defender has the ball and wants to bring it up, fine, but one of the offensive players has to stay behind.
Okay. Only 7 in the boxes. That's the key. 7 on 7.
And what do we have here? I'll try to figure out what we got here.
I don't know. 23. He's pointing to that player there, but I don't see anything happening.
Okay. All right. They're gonna make it an indirect. Okay, it's gonna be indirect outside 12, behind the play. I'm looking at the ball behind the goal, and there was an offside. Oh, that's what it was. It was an offside. 23 had crossed over. Amy Palin had crossed over. We were just talking about that restraining line, and she came across. Inside pass denied, but picked up.
Knocked away again.
Not getting any room to operate as Hopewell Valley.
Danielle Anolfi knocked away from her on that. Here they come on the attack, Hopewell.
Katie Jackson, 13. It's Allison Moriarty. Moriarty gets around Chi-Chi and fires it top
over
shelf.
The top. Man.
Score, Hopewell 2, East Brunswick 0.
You got that goal?
Mm-hmm.
We're getting the breeze from up on the top here.
Even with the windscreen on it, it's hard to. That doesn't play much into play here in terms of the play of the game because the ball is obviously a harder rubber ball. No dirt or dust blowing around, so it doesn't really affect the play as it might in other sports. Popped up in the air. This time, Caitlin Park battling for it. We have a whistle. And that's one of the unfortunate things about the women's game is that there are an awful lot of whistles because of the safety issues. In the state of New York, for example, they make the girls wear goggles, eye goggles. Okay, coming down here is Stephanie Blanar. Blanar running right through 8. And
whistle.
Stephanie Blanar is going to be charged, I guess, with running into the crease.
What we're talking about is a circle around the goal. No one can go inside of there except the goalie.
Now, in a situation where you have the ball coming close to a dangerous area, they will mark it or give it to the team that is closest to
the ball.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we're gonna have a
which appears to be Hopewell.
Mm-hmm. And I guess Gina Blanar had taken herself, Stephanie Blanar had taken herself out of the game. Or that's Gina Blanar. That's right.
Yeah.
Gina had taken herself out of the game after that little shake-up behind the net, and she will be coming back in at the next dead ball.
That was Amy Palin again for Hopewell. Certainly seems to be one of their star players.
Now much more spread offense here outside 12 meters.
Now they're inside the 8. Shot
Goal.
goal.
Score. Again, the positioning, denying that lane. And
that's 3-0 in favor of Hopewell. And looking for the young lady's number there. She just dropped the ball that scored the goal, and we'll get that for the Hopewell fans.
That's Allison Molinelli.
Allison Molinelli. All right, back to the center. Sticks in the...
Again, everybody kind of spread out equally around the circle. Ball has to go up at least above head high. Now, good job. The Bears have been good at direction.
Three or four in a row there for East Brunswick, but controlled by Hopewell. Number 3, Caitlin Lane.
And she'll work it behind the net. Alex Schmidt just walking her behind. Now, even the defending players, you noticed, you saw Schmidt. She didn't follow her player behind the crease, or behind the net, but could not cut through that crease.
I don't know. It just seems to me that on offense, when East Brunswick has the ball, they're attacking us as opposed to on the opposite end. We seem to be laying back here a little bit. We've had how many balls knocked away from us?
That's right. Good analysis there, because you see East Brunswick basically playing a perimeter defense, and Hopewell's content just to have spend
they're going to stand out there and hold the ball and let the clock run. Their head 3-0. I mean, not that that's likely to be the final score, but as much time as runs off there, it's like running a stall in basketball.
Well, there was a good play there inside to knock the ball down, and Schmidt
picked
now
up by Schmidt.
But the outlet pass to Samantha Wasselis, it went wide.
Sarah Spencer, number 7, picked it up for Hopewell Valley.
And again, now that time knocked down as Alex Schmidt came by and knocked it down. Now we've got running out for the Bears. That's Miller, 33. Tries to hit Stephanie Blanard with the pass. Stephanie not able to control, but the ball will be awarded to the Bears. They'll walk them in 4 yards from the area there. Now Stephanie running right to the middle, getting to the 12 meters. Now coming in at 8. Well, shot, but nope. A shot right
into the goalies, right into the stick.
Well, that was another thing that we had talked about with Coach about shooting and shooting high and not directing those shots in the most difficult places for a goalie to react to, and that's at their feet.
That's a very difficult spot, as you had indicated before when we were talking about, do you want to shoot that ball at their feet? Much more difficult to control that. As you can see, the goalie stands there in preparation with a stick up, so the least amount of protection is down on the ground.
But it's kind of a habit that if you're in that close, you don't drop your stick head down to the point of throwing a bounce shot.
Is there the fear of losing the ball with that out of the stick at that point as well?
You can do it. You can do it, or do a side wraparound kind of shot. But still, you're up that high. It's easy just to flick it straight and hopefully hits the top corners.
Maggie, what's that, Rayrich?
Guarded by Sammy Chu there, number 15 for East Brunswick. 2 15s going at each other. Sherry Liu there guarding in the back.
If we're playing man-to-man, I would pressure that person behind the net. I'm sorry.
Okay, and there's a foul on East Brunswick. Allison Moriarty got clubbed in the face. And again, they do have mouth guards on, but
no face guards or anything.
And that foul's on Gina Blanard, who comes out now with the yellow card.
One quick question: that initial pass was outside of the 18 or the 12 rather, the 12 the circle.
Yeah, the 12-meter fan there.
Now, could she score from there?
Yes.
No problem.
Yeah. The only time
there's no restriction to that you have to score inside the.
Well, if here you have a free position shot from 8 meters. It is a direct shot. She can go right in and score or pass it if she wants. The shot is knocked down in front. Looks like Sherry Liu got a piece of that before it got to the cage. Only if the referee, when the players are outside 8 and they freeze them like that, and the referee calls it an indirect, like there was no foul that was impeding a scoring chance. Downfield is Sherry Liu.
Person's pass to Liu. She can't find it.
And again, Sherry Lou got called for the foul. She tried to check the stick of the Hopewell Valley player instead of going for the ball, and that gets called.
And as you see, Lou has to go behind her. She's moving her up a little bit.
Now again, if the referee, just like in soccer, they can call a direct free or indirect free kick.
Right.
You can call an indirect shot, and I remember the 1995 Division III Women's Championship game, William Smith versus, at that time, Trenton State College.
College of New Jersey.
Where William Smith player Amy Hoover thought that it was a direct free, and she went in and scored, and the referee took the goal away, and after a couple minutes of wondering what happened, boom, 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 Trenton State scored 3 goals and tied the game up with only a minute to play.
Okay, that goal was attempt was by number 15, Maggie Roberts.
Again, they'll wait until the players come on the field here before blowing the play in.
Again, even though that ball went out of bounds off of Hopewell, they were closest, and therefore they get possession.
Yeah, you'll see some mad dashes on wayward shots. You'll see the goalie scrambling out to try to become the closest player to that.
Player to the knocked away by the Bears.
Sherry Lou now picks it up. Now here's where you get some good open field running. If you can get your wings to
good
respond.
Quickness,
but
knocked away from behind again. That's happened repeatedly to the Bears here.
That's what you need, separation. You need to run away from. You need to zigzag. You need to get that separation so that you can make those downfield charges.
Now again, this is something else I don't particularly agree with. Hopewell was closest to that ball, even though it was off of them. The Hopewell player was the last one to have possession of that.
Well, that's a difference here. That's a difference between the boys and the girls game. Boys game, if you throw it out of bounds, the possession changes.
Okay.
Allison Moriarty there, right side cage.
Number
right
10. She's just holding the ball there. Now she's positioning all of her players. How about the East Brunswick player coming out and attacking her and not letting her stand there and get everything set up?
That would be a different defensive setup
philosophy.
Here.
Okay.
You come out and attack, and she beats you one-on-one. Then you have to have a good slide. A good defender has a good
knocked
defensive
away.
Slide. All right, now Burson picks it up. She'll dump it inside. She's allowed to do that. Now.
That was a real nice play by Alexander Schmidt before.
And a giveaway, and
open goal.
Pernick gave the ball up. She was trying to pass it, it looked like, to Alexandra Schmidt.
And Allison Moriarty got right in there and intercepted that and had a free one.
Well, just like in basketball, when you're standing around waiting for the ball to come to you, somebody's going to jump in.
And that's what it seems like to me. I mean, we're back there playing a man-to-man or person-to-person defense, but we're not aggressive to go out and knock the ball away as Hopewell has done to us repeatedly throughout this first. And we're down, is it 4, Ken?
4-0.
4-0.
First half action here from J. Doyle Field. You're watching EBTV presentation of East Brunswick High School Athletics.
Okay.
I'm Ken Saroka along with Charlie King. We're at J. Doyle Field on a beautiful afternoon for lacrosse. Beautiful afternoon for anything, practically.
For anything, absolutely. Now we're going to come back to the center again.
Now this is the basketball the equivalent in lacrosse here of a jump ball. When you had 2 fouls, or you didn't know which one to call, you have a throw in. Referee will throw it in, and in that case, good anticipation by Cherry Miller. Miller to Caitlin Park.
Caitlin Park banged away again from behind.
And that's got to be communication from the other players. The other players on offense there have to communicate that there's somebody coming. Or you have to anticipate that you're going to get hit.
All right, a coach told me one time there were 2 players in front of me, and somebody came up from behind and took the ball away from me. He said, where did you think they were if they weren't in front of you? Yeah. Someone must be behind you. But communication is the name of the game, and the Bears aren't doing that extremely well thus far.
Okay, that was a foul there on Lucy Weiss. Caitlin Park on the wing to Marcali, Kristen Marcali. Marcali, the 4 years senior
Now you can
player.
see Hopewell back there attacking her. They're not going to let her stand back there and set something up.
And even so, you saw number 7 come out and take the.
And then she took. They switched because they didn't seem to cross the net. I don't know if that's the way they. All right, East Brunswick inside.
Little alley-oop type play to Stephanie Blanard there. The idea was to throw it out in front and have the slam dunk one-timer. Use a hockey expression there, a one-timer.
One-timer. Well, that was a no-timer because it didn't happen.
But you're right. You notice a different
different philosophy.
And you can sense that if you sense that, and here we have another throw in. If you sense that the other team is not as skilled, perhaps, you want to pressure the ball. You want to pressure every pass. You want to pressure every possession. See there, in case the goalie there for Hopewell came out.
Nice job on the goalie. Picked up, however, nope. Thought number 50 was going to have that for the Bears.
Okay, Samantha Wasselis, the sophomore, coming through. She gets it lost, but Caitlin Park managed to pick it up.
Gets the Bears on the board. 4-1. East Brunswick back in the contest. Caitlin Park, the leading scorer for the Bears on the season, comes up with yet another goal for East Brunswick.
Now that's just being smart enough to come up and to challenge. Now the timeout is being taken here on the field. You only can take the timeouts after a goal, so this was the first chance perhaps that Coach Cindy has had a chance to instruct.
And not only after a goal, right?
Only after a goal.
And only one timeout per half.
Mm-hmm.
And we've had a running time here in the booth. There's no clock today at the field, so we're trying to keep some kind of time. Which 25:41, but that didn't include the time. We didn't stop it when they after the goal. So I would say maybe 4 or 5 minutes remaining in the first half. The Bears got back into the contest by a nice goal by Caitlin Park. Bears down 1-4 at this point. Coach Todoroff out there in her first year as the head coach, as we indicated earlier, has done an outstanding job. Played here at East Brunswick High School, an East Brunswick High School graduate. Was a track athlete, a field hockey player, and a darn good basketball player as well, an all-around athlete. But it's nice to see her out here trying to get this program organized and move it forward. And it's really in its infancy. 5 years is not a whole lot of time.
And you're starting to see some of the fruits of the program. You have a couple of the athletes who have played here going on to playing in college. Right now, Division III level. Jill Dudra, who graduated last year, she's at Stonehill College. They made the Division III tournament last year, and they lost in the semifinal round. I don't know if it was to College of New Jersey or to Williams or one of the other real lacrosse powerhouses in Division III. But this is where you start, and you start and without a feeder program or a rec program.
It's very and Coach Todoroff had indicated to us before that they're going to run a program this summer through the Parks Department, grades 5 through 8, and anybody that's interested in being involved in that camp can call 732-390-6981.
And that's camps for both field hockey and lacrosse.
For lacrosse. Right. Okay, so those lacrosse players in our audience want to come and improve your skills and be a member of the Bears team, by all means, call the Parks Department and get involved in that instructional program. Okay, Ken, we're underway.
All right, that draw was won this time by Hopewell, and Allison Moriarty, number 10, is driving it down to the cage.
Pretty good player. Nice pass.
And that's the one-timer. This one short-circuited, though. That's Caitlin Lane who got that pass from Moriarty and kind of pushed a one-time shot in against Lauren Pernick, the goalie.
Again, it kind of rolled off of number 15, Samantha Chu's stick, but she was closest to the ball, and East Brunswick will control. Chu throws it back.
Okay, a little possession reversing the flow here, and that's probably one of the things that they talked about was to mix it up, not to run necessarily
every time
north
down
and
the
south.
same. Yeah. Okay.
Ball taking some funny hops in some of the bare patches there.
Sherry Miller, number 33, bringing it across into the offensive zone. Knocked away from behind again.
And that's a heavy check, a slash almost.
Kind of double teamed her there. And
well, that was one of those checks we talked about coming across the body.
Oh, okay, right.
Where you can't come across the body. We have, it looks like we're going to, do we have once again more than 7 players inside?
Oh, he's counting.
We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we should have.
I got 7.
Well, then they're short. Then they're playing shorthanded.
2.
Because there's
4,
3 players behind.
6, 7. It looks like 7 on 7. Well, they got 6 back there. All right.
Well, they have 7 now. There was one was hiding, but yeah, they had one more. They had 8 actually in the
in the box.
zone. And that's
Caitlin Park with the ball.
Marcali. Marcali's looking inside. You see the defender there. That's Sarah Spencer putting the stick up, getting in Marcali's face. Now from there, she's allowed to do that. She gets a little close with that stick, and they're going to call her.
She can go right by her, right?
Well, that's the thing. If you've got the speed and the moves, you do a little
fake
a
to the
dip
right,
dodge,
come around that left side, and boom.
But it's very hard to do one of the what they call a roll dodge or a face dodge because of the stick. And again, an attempt at a slam dunk.
And that was Park again trying to get her stick on that, unable to put it in the net. Knocked away.
And that's a good job, Chris Marcali, to stay with her mark there, and she'll be awarded possession.
That's Mo Gallagher, number 8 for Hopewell.
Now, if you're the Hopewell team, you've scouted East Brunswick. You know Caitlin Parks, their offensive machine. And now we're going to have, looks like, we hear somebody yelling about 1 minute left. So
yeah, we were right on target there with that 5-minute call.
Again, it looks like an indirect play here. Park looking for somebody to pass to.
Over the top.
Ill-advised pass. Marcali trying to one-hand it.
And does.
Finds Blanar. Stephanie Blanar.
Nice to get one right here before the half. Knocked away. Whistle.
And they're going to have a violation here. It looks like a shooting space as it looked like one of the defenders had cut in front of.
Right.
And that's, again, it's part of it's a safety rule. It's a safety rule to ensure that the players don't accidentally end up on the front end of a nice hard shot.
This looks like a slam dunk right here.
Free position shot.
Oh, and a goal. All right. Bears are able to get another one back.
That's Sherry Miller.
That's Sherry Miller on a nice move. The penalty set that up. The defender was moved off to the side, and she kind of had a free run at it, and she took advantage of it.
Where did she put the shot?
Right down on the ground,
On
Mr.
the ground.
Saroka. That's right. That was the point you have made repeatedly.
And it's
You should be coaching
well,
here.
you know, when this program was started, I helped.
I know you
I
did.
helped Frank Knottenberger try to get it organized.
I know you did. Yep. But okay, Bears back on the attack. That's Park.
And a long downfield pass, and that's it. Yeah, there was only
she knew the time was running out.
out.
I think Coach was calling her down there. So we finished the first.
Well, the last 5 minutes was certainly better than the first 20.
That's just what I was going to say. The first 20 minutes was dominated by Hopewell, and the Bears in the last 4 or 5 minutes came back with new life, sparked by goals from Park and Miller.
And the goalie for Hopewell, Erica Templeton, number 88, really wasn't challenged. Didn't have to make any big plays because her defense in front was so dominant, so aggressive.
Well, it seems to me that if, once again, you know a lot more about this game than I do, but if I were going to strategize here, first of all, I got to correct that getting hit from behind and losing the ball on the way to the into the offensive area. That would be number one. Now, how do you do that?
How do you do that? Unless you have an absolutely unless you have an absolutely clear lane to run, you find somebody to pass to. If that ball is in the air and going zip, 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 zip across the field to different people, then there's no way that ball can get knocked unless you throw it at somebody.
So what you're saying is possibly that person is holding on to the ball a little bit too long.
Too much one-on-one.
Too much one-on-one.
Too much one-on-one.
Okay, and the second thing I saw, which I keep repeating here, is that on the defensive end, the Bears appear to be a bit passive as opposed to what I see Hopewell doing, attacking us defensively.
Well, the problem with the aggressiveness, if you decide to turn it up and you start to be more aggressive, you end up having to create situations where somebody runs at a Hopewell offensive player. That Hopewell player cuts around, cuts by. Somebody has to come now and slide out and fill the gap.
Right.
Now, when you start a chain reaction, if the second EB defender comes out on a slide and sets up defense there, that means somebody has been left open. The danger is that the wrong person
obviously
slides.
you rotate, and that's I mean that's how you teach
basketball
players, they attack where the ball is, and as I said as well, we not only allowed them to stand out there in behind the goal, but also in the attack area out here. Okay, we're going to take a very short break, and we'll be right back with the second half. Hopewell Valley leading the Bears 4-2. Okay, welcome back to J. Doyle Field. I'm Charlie King with Ken Saroka at the girls lacrosse game, East Brunswick versus Hopewell Valley. The first half is exciting. Bears got back into it, 4-2 in favor of Hopewell. But in the last 4 or 5 minutes, the Bears started to show some of that offensive prowess and got themselves back in the game. And we were talking about before the break, or as we left at halftime, what we were going to do here in the second half, and let's see what happens. Ken, we're back at midfield.
Okay, again, the team switch sides, and we have Sherry Miller will take it for
East Brunswick.
Now, a little different here. You got them going both in the same direction, wrestling it up. And it's picked up by Blanar, but knocked right out her stick again.
Right, again, yeah. Now, that stick is open, Larry. We can't take a swipe at it.
But you notice as Allison Molinelli was running on the sideline there, she had the ball and her stick in her left hand, the outside hand.
Right.
Which
protecting
keeps protecting it. So again, these are the little things.
There's Palin.
Palin was a good shot, but again, that shot was right in the basket.
Right in the basket. That's right. About waist high, knocked away again by Palin, number 10.
I don't know. That just looked like a ball just popped out. I mean, it's field is in okay shape. Ball knocked down.
17.
Oh, right over the top. Allison Molinelli over the top had picked up her own loose ball and had an opportunity there to really drive one home early in this second half of play.
Out of bounds. Again, we remind you that Hopewell was closest to that, so even though it was out of bounds off the shot, they still control. Again,
we're looking at a rather passive defensive setup
behind,
here.
Cutting down through, number 23 for Hopewell.
And that's Palin, 23. They're content right now to just, hang around.
Just let them hang around back there. I don't quite understand that, but
now you notice the East Brunswick defenders cannot play back inside the 8 meters. Ball's at midfield on the ground. Who's going to pick it up? And in this case, Caitlin Park.
Caitlin Park. She's out of bounds there.
Well, they run a little too close to the sideline. Referee will move them on to that line marker there.
Well, that broken line is where the whistle blows.
Park trying to get inside 12. Comes inside 8. Dumps it, trying to lob it over top for Marcali.
And she did was touched by the goalie, but looks like...
well, if you have a player who's a taller girl compared to the other girls on that field, you can do that. Kristen Marcali is not.
It's hard to get that pass, I would think. The goalie's got that big stick in there, can easily knock that away, that soft pass.
Inside pass.
Park.
Shot and a score. Park.
Oh, she got that one.
Off the restart there, indirect shot. Park snuck behind the first wall of defenders and drove it home high side.
Another goal for Park. That's her second. Bears back in this one. Just down 1 at this point, 4-3, just into the second half. About 2 minutes have expired of the playing time, running time. 25 minutes. Clock is stopped after the goal, but 25-minute period. 23 minutes to go. Bears back in it, 4-3.
And referee will position this. They'll both be at the same side. They'll wrestle it out.
Flip it up. Bears control another one. As you said, it has to go over the shoulder, Ken?
Yeah, it has to be above shoulder height.
Okay.
Picking it up. That's Stephanie Blanar. Stephanie Blanar coming right down 8. Shot, but drove it high. And that's, again, she had an opportunity.
Chest high.
She had an opportunity coming in. And you have to make that decision as you're running. Where am I going to put this?
Right.
To get your hands in a position to drive the shot where you want it. Park on a slam dunk attempt. Marcali running after it. Who they're going to give possession to?
I think Hopewell. No? I guess so.
They're going to call this one a tie, or they're going to give... Oh, no, there was a second ball on the field.
Oh, okay.
That's why I put...
Yeah. Hopewell had control of it. They were closest on the out of bounds. Bears got to go attack right now. Good passing though on the part of.
And as I said, if you're good, you're not going to have that ball on the ground. That ball's going to go boom, boom, boom across.
Oh.
Miller will take it for East Brunswick for the Bears.
Well, she ought to have possession, because certainly she was closest when it went out of bounds. What kind of setup are the Bears in here? Is it? See, they have 4 back. Is that normal?
Yeah, they have to have four and then 7 offensive players, 12
right.
aside, counting the goalies.
Right. East Brunswick with 5 in it, and then 2, 3, 4, 3 more in. Okay, we're good shape here.
That's Blanard to Adenolfi. Adenolfi working
Going
in
to the goal.
And she looks around like as in what happened here.
Knocked away by number 16, Molly Ryan. On a nice play, was knocked to the ground, but got a piece of that stick, I believe.
Adenolfi thought she was perhaps bumped on the play on the way in.
She was looking for a call, right?
Blanard working around the outside of 12 meters. Ducks in, brings it out. A little more control, a little more patience here, but again.
Aston Miller still not spread out and moving the ball.
Okay, now we have a set play. You see 5 East Brunswick Bears right at the top of the 12 meters. Here's we'll start the bombing runs. Coming straight down the middle. Now, again, Marcalli's looking for someone inside, does not find anybody, so they reset. Now that also could
that's
be
it. Knocked away.
There you had the same play reset, but that was an intended isolation. That was going to be a one-on-one. Marcalli was going to go in alone.
Nice pass.
You saw the one-handed stick movement. Moriarty for Hopewell.
Hey.
Tries to change hands on the stick. Tries to change a shooting hand. Shot
knocked away. That's nice, and that was down at the feet, Ken.
Caitlin Lane on the shot for Hopewell, but Lauren Pernick got a chance to got a piece of it at least.
Hopewell still on the attack. Bears content to let them stand behind that goal and have a free run back there. Although Hopewell with 2 people back there right now. All right, back into the
Molinelli. And their call there. A little bit of a rough check.
That's Sherry Liu on the defense for East Brunswick, number 1.
Again, a free position shot. This will be at the corner of the 8-meter arc.
And
all the defenders and all the other offensive players have to at least be out just outside. Now, once the whistle blows, everybody can collapse in. And they're warning Alex Schmidt took a little liberty by sneaking in, and so did
number 7.
So did Gina Blanar.
Right.
Good collapse there, but Molinelli's going to try to bust it in.
Picked up by the goalie. Nice move. Another whistle.
I don't know what that was for because it didn't involve any repositioning right
there. No repositioning. Hopewell picks it up. No, it's still loose down there. Now she's got it.
East Brunswick having difficulties on their clears.
Yep.
Those goalie clears, having difficulty. Players just aren't moving to open space in any set pattern where Pernick can outlet.
See, now that one again was a case the East Brunswick player was standing still and not anticipating what was going to happen.
We'll have a free position shot this time for Hopewell Valley. Caitlin Lane will take it from that far corner of 8 meters. Everyone has to go outside. Once the whistle blows, then everybody can collapse in.
Okay, let's see what happens here.
Nice
knocked away by, controlled, picked up by the goalie.
Okay, and in this case, passes back actually to Alex Maneri, who makes her appearance for the first time here. Maneri cradling nicely, finding open space. See, a little double team there, forced her to change her hands.
Knock it away, too much one-on-one possibly. They're double teaming the ball here.
Inside pass to Blanar. Stephanie Blanar to Park.
She's going to take it to the, knocked away.
And in that case, the Hopewell defender came from behind and got a piece of it rather than going around in front. That would have been called.
Okay. Bears putting pressure on. Now the goalie has a free pass that knocked
Little bump there by
little bump on
Marcali.
Marcali. That was good. Now, so Marcali's got to go behind her. All right. Repositioning everybody.
Again, a level of passing here, a little more crispness in the passing.
That's Allison Manelli, number 17, all the way.
That was, again, an attempt to go right down the middle, right down the crease, and the ball comes all the way back out to midfield, where Maggie Rurich will pick it up. Now knocked down and batted around, and Kristen Marcali. They'll mark him in. Again, Marcali's in the middle of three players. Not exactly an inviting position to be in.
Yeah, she's absolutely surrounded.
And
no, we got to go the other way.
East Brunswick decides to go backwards in order to go forwards, reverse the flow, and come out to the other side of the field.
And they've had some success doing that.
Well, that was a little more of an organized effort there. Burson cradling, comes inside 12, going to turn, dodge, looking for help. Inside pass to Marcali, but this time sniped by the goalie.
Picked up and moved out.
Erica Templeton outlets.
I am impressed with Hopewell's ability to move that ball and pass it. They're very, very talented. Whoa.
And that was just Sherry Miller just standing her ground.
She wasn't going to move. She just knocked it right away.
Adenolfi there.
Adenolfi knocked it off her leg, it looks like, but we're going to, East Brunswick will possess it.
4-3 our score. Hopewell Valley scored the first 4 goals of the game. East Brunswick netted 2 at the end of the first half and has picked up 1 so far here. So 4-3.
10 minutes into this second half, 15 minutes to go.
Adenolfi gets the 12, and her pass, she telegraphed that one a little too much to Caitlin Park. And Sherry Lou, unfortunately, kind of obstructed by positioning her body around that particular ball.
So Hopewell has possession here. Another nice pass forward. Knocked to, she just dropped it. I don't think there was any contact.
And once again, East Brunswick goes back in a perimeter defense.
Back out to 17.
Smolinelli, her attempt is knocked away. Coming back inside, that's Rarich.
I don't know if that was off the post or actually got a stick on it. Oh, was that obstruction, Ken?
No, the ball came up and bounced and hit Palin in the chest, and I think they're going to call that. Caitlin Park.
Number 40. The scoring machine for the Bears. Going to put it back into play.
I think her brother John plays goalie for the JV squad on the boys' side.
Okay.
Park.
She's going to take it all the way down.
Ooh,
lobs it up there.
That is, if it's a shot, shoot harder. If it's a pass, get it higher. That was kind of an in-betweener as Park was forced to.
She wasn't able to go low on that shot anyway. I mean, the way she was positioned there, I don't think she could have shot it lower than that.
If that was,
but it was very, or it might have been one of those passes that she's lobbed up there a couple today. All right, Hopewell back on the attack.
Little sidearm pass.
To Moriarty.
Saw a little sidearm pass, and the referee's going to call a shooting space violation there. It looked like as one of the EB defenders had gotten right in the way of that particular shot, and that again is a violation. Free position shot attempts here now coming again from far left side.
Ooh, rifle shot. Whoa.
I would have not want to been in around that one, even with a mask.
Yeah, that's right.
That was a mean shot, head high too.
Head high. Can you see that number? I can see her walking back up the field. I'm still looking for the number.
Is she the one with the stick down there?
No, she's got the stick up, the orange-colored stick.
Okay. That's number 12.
She's the young lady on the other side.
On the far side, okay.
Yeah, on the far side of the field there with the orange stick.
So it's 5-3 our score. That one will be redone.
Redone because it wasn't.
Yeah, it was not done well. The ball really came out at low trajectory, and we're going to have a throw in here between Molly Ryan and Sherry Miller.
Sherry Miller, number 33.
That one was I've seen some bad throw-ins, but that was.
Yeah, I think the official needs to go back and work on his throw-ins.
Out of bounds.
Gonna go to Hopewell because she was closest to the ball, even though they threw it out of bounds. Okay.
You don't like that rule.
No,
you just don't like that rule.
That's like offside in soccer. I don't like that either, but that's all right.
A little deliberate here. 2-goal lead. I guess you can be deliberate. You can hold the ball for the rest of the game. Again, you're right in the sense of aggression. Aggressive pursuit here.
I think we got to go and tack them.
You do leave your goalie exposed, especially in a spread offense like this, if everybody else stays up top. But there it's knocked down as.
Nice play. We did go after. See, we went attacked. There we go.
Sammy Chu.
I knew I should have coached this game.
Mm-hmm.
We might just mention that the JVs play after the varsity game is concluded.
Mm-hmm.
JVs are 4-1 with those 15 freshmen. Knocked away.
Sammy Chu again. She's probably the best defender here, even though she gets called there for a bump. Mary Kate Marnix, number 18.
Number 3. Number 3 on the goal for.
And that's Caitlin Lane.
Caitlin Lane for Hopewell, 6'3".
6'3". And that's that is just coming in front and having some space in front to roll the cage, to come in front and score.
6-3 with we're about halfway through that 25-minute second half, and Hopewell able to extend their lead. Bears had gotten it back to 4-3, but to find themselves down 6-3 at this point. We're back in the middle. Up, Bears control that.
And that was knocked down, a little rough play there.
Miller's I think she got hit in the hand there. They don't wear any gloves or any protection on the hands either, right?
No. Nope. You might see him wear essentially a batting glove perhaps some of the times, but no.
Back
mouth guard, and that's about it.
Okay, go out and play. I certainly think that stick was a little deeper. It might be a different game.
Okay, you notice again, coming down that sideline, the Hopewell player, 23, Amy Palin, had that stick on the opposite side, on the far side, to keep the defender away.
Mm-hmm. Moriarty.
Pass inside to Molinelli.
Nice pass inside, but it's knocked away. Foul against the East Brunswick player.
On the outside, Molly Ryan, number 16 for Hopewell Valley. Again, the Bears in a perimeter defense there, waiting at the 8-meter arc. You're allowed to come in if your player comes into the 8 meters, you're allowed to follow them in, but you're not allowed to come in and set up a, kind of a defensive 3-second type situation.
Right.
Think about the new rules now in the NBA concerning the zone defense.
Well, we can play zone defense in NBA these days.
Okay, it looks like we had a crease violation probably on the close side there. The player that Sherry Lou had guarded had stepped on the line, and that's a foul. Again, Pernick having problems.
She played real well in goal, but had a little trouble with that outlet pass there. I thought a little bit soft. It seems to me that if the ball is more directly at you and a little harder, it may even be easier to control. That soft pass may be a little bit difficult. I see Hopewell certainly can move the ball effectively.
Oh,
off the top of the...
that was just a quick turnaround. That was Caitlin Lane again, just having enough space to turn around and fire and coming and hitting iron.
Tough shot. Back on the other side.
Again, perimeter, Hopewell just patient, waiting for the opportunity, calling a play. Now you're seeing more of an isolation here.
Right.
This is going to be a one-on-one. You look at Molinelli, 17 here, going to go one-on-one with Michelle Burson.
Oh, takes her.
Good read there by the other defenders down low to slide over and block traffic, but did not pick up possession.
Now here we are back behind the goal. Let's see what happens. Bears going to go back and attack that? No, they elect not to.
Allison Moriarty holding.
Moriarty's very aggressive, trying to get herself in position here to get a pass and a shot.
Hopewell even
She
patient
sat,
enough.
see, she came around, set that screen. Oh, nice move.
And we've seen the same
That
play.
was a nice play.
Yeah, it was a nice play, and that's I think the third goal Caitlin Lane has scored in this half, and all three have come from about 3 feet out.
Very effective around that. She came across and set the pick, set a screen, and the other person for Hopewell came around on the other side, and there it was, wide open, curled around and stuck it in there. 7-3 with I would say about 8 minutes or so remaining in the game. Bears need to pick it up and start to attack.
Popped up in the air and collision. Samantha Wassilis.
As Coach Todorov indicated, I mean, the Bears have been in many of these contests late and then seem to have trouble finishing it off. But she said in their losses to Bridgewater, who was very good, and Immaculata was another one she had mentioned.
Okay, Samantha Wassilis, number 9, will have the ball for the Bears just outside the restraining line. Again, everybody has to freeze.
The whistle blows and we're going to attack. Knocked away.
Sammy Chu with the ball. Trying to pass it inside. Nobody there, nobody home.
No. That really is an art to control that ball, it seems. Hopewell does it very well. Their passing is certainly superior to the Bears. No question about that. Credit where credit is due. Coming down the middle. Gonna take it herself. She ducked under there. I don't know what that was.
And that was a little bit of a high check, perhaps, or rough check.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was almost like she came between two people and.
Well, they do call the offense. I mean, they will call that on an offensive foul situation if she dips her shoulder into it.
Well, she certainly came in between two and tried to duck under. But number 17 controls for Hopewell. Back to got to be Moriarty. Yep.
That's 15.
Is that right?
No, it's 15. Maggie
15.
Rarich.
Oh, I missed that one.
Picks up
Maggie
the
Rarich.
8th Hopewell Valley goal. But again, ball watching. Everyone on the East Brunswick defense seems to be watching where the ball is instead of marking their individual players, their girls out there.
Who was that who said attack, attack, attack?
Yep.
What must have been a historical figure?
General Patton.
General Patton.
General Patton. Well, you should know that, Charlie. You're an ex-history teacher.
I'm an old history teacher.
I caught myself. I caught myself saying that.
That was good. Very good. Okay, we're back.
Once again, Sherry Miller will take the center draw here. And Caitlin Park has had Adonolfi in front, but Adonolfi
could she have come up and set a screen there?
Yep. Park coming in on with the left-handed shot. And there's a case where if Caitlin Park switches hands, perhaps she has a little bit more
right-handed because the goalie was favoring, obviously protecting this side, and if she could have reversed that, she had an open goal on it.
That's again something that you have to practice, and you have to basically have an instinct to do that when you're coming in, know when to change hands on the stick.
Right.
Like you'll see
and it's clear to see it up here. It's a lot easier than it is down there, obviously. But again, that good passing by Hopewell just moves it up, and the Bears just look like parting the Red Sea here.
Foul, bump on the play, and it was a little bit of frustration on Caitlin Lane's part because she had the ball knocked out of her stick, but she then in turn bumps Michelle Burson.
But yeah, and the Bears going to control.
Okay, now again, you watch Burson. She went by that defender, but still had the ball in her right, or cradling right side.
She's protecting it.
But that was not. I mean, if I'm right up against you, I'm not going to have my stick on that side.
Right.
I'm going to take it to the
Take
other
it
side.
on the other side and protect it.
And make that person work a little harder.
Now, and the rule is you can't reach across there and play that anyway.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, coming in play. The Bears will put it in play, rolling right across the cage. Ball knocked out of the stick there. Picked up. This is Stephanie Blanar, number 18 again, on the offense for the Bears. Dump pass inside. Caitlin Park has it.
Got hit
Knocked
by
out
a
of her
stick.
stick. Yep.
Yeah, she got a stick. Looked like it pretty
Came
close
across
to
right over. Yeah. Hit her.
pretty close to her face there. She's rubbing her.
Now she'll have a free position shot from the top of the 8-meter arc. Great opportunity here, one-on-one, straight on with the goalie. Now, once again, once the play is blown in, the other defenders can come in and pinch. So look for Caitlin Park to get rid of this one after maybe 1 or 2 steps. I'll call it low left side. No. Oh, was I wrong?
Yes, you were.
Okay, so I'll admit it. I was wrong. She went high right.
On the right side, not all the way up to the top, but kind of in the middle, which you would expect would be the easiest one to protect against. So we're at 8-4 with about 4 or 5 minutes. I would say about 5 minutes remaining in the contest. So the Bears get 1 back, but need 4 to tie.
Caitlin Park with the hat trick today, 3 goals. There's a little discussion going on. I don't know, a little discussion about something there that either the Hopewell players might have said something or chirped a little bit.
Well, the official was looking at Coach
Or
Todoroff
maybe asked for an explanation about what the call was on the that gave the free position shot.
Okay, controlled by.
Now you can control
now
your
you
own
can
draw.
control it
Yep,
your own.
as
We
long as
just
it
saw
goes
that.
up,
That's the first time I've seen the control your own draw. Knocked it away.
Again,
that was 15, I think, for Hopewell. Maggie Rarich. Controlled by Hopewell out there. They're going to attack.
Well, now he switches hands. And
nice
again,
shot.
Before that shot was taken, you had 2 defenders collapsing in. In this case, they're going to call. You
can't double team
Alex
that?
Maneri. Well, she got in the shooting lane.
Okay.
That's that shooting space violation. She got in the lane.
So she's going to get a free shot here?
Free position shot. Molinelli at the top of 8 meters. Again, now, because everybody has to freeze where they are, there's only 1 East Brunswick defender low.
And she goes wide with that.
So I would have expected, you're looking at that, I would have expected Molinelli to take that ball and go right down and head right where there was
because
the
only defender was for East Brunswick other than the goalie was on the
opposite side.
The opposite side. Okay. We follow that one.
And we hope you're enjoying our broadcast here of East Brunswick High School girls lacrosse action.
And it's a great opportunity for the girls. As we've said, this is the 5th year of the program, and Coach Todoroff trying to get something started with 5th through 8th graders for the summer. If you're interested, call the Parks Department and get involved and get the Bears move up the ladder and get up the top here. We want to win a state championship here in girls lacrosse in the next couple of years.
Yep.
Okay.
The last state champion in any sport that we have was, I guess, the boys volleyball team.
Boys volleyball won it
3 years
3 years in a row. Yep. And pretty good again this year, Ken.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Although, unfortunately, I think the state final game is on the day of the senior prom.
Oh boy.
So we hope they're in it, but for the kids who want to go to the prom, let's hope it's a quick match and they can get right to the prom.
Get to the prom after that. I'm sure they'd like to win a state championship, prom or no prom. But oh, nice pickup.
That's persistence. They're staying with the ball.
That's that orange stick we were trying to.
Mary Kate Marnix. So get the names out.
Mary Kate Marnix. Okay. Still controlled by Hopewell. We're coming down to very close to that couple of minutes, 2 or 3 minutes possibly left in this contest.
Possession again important here. Hopewell sitting on a big lead. They don't have
8-4. Not likely you get 2 or 3 goals, and it's kind of hard to turn it around.
Well,
I would imagine.
I mean, if you're a skilled team, you can stall. I've seen that happen in the college game where Trenton State team way back when I was there held the ball for 11 minutes and it didn't touch the ground once.
Wow. But that's a
rare.
highly
I mean, that's
the exception.
But there's no shot clock. There's no possession in terms of keeping the ball in. In the boys' game, under 2 minutes with the lead, you have to keep it in the restraining box. You can't play 4 corners.
I'm sorry. I'm looking down here, and he keeps telling me, and the East Brunswick player keeps moving over there.
Well, we have a throw in here. I guess
throw in number 7.
Either dual fouls or unclear possession.
Controlled. Well, not controlled. Looked like it was going to be controlled by East Brunswick, but unable to pick it up. Hopewell has possession. Okay. Lane, Caitlin Lane.
Yeah, again, you watch they're running players right through the middle, try to see what they can do in terms of shaking loose, getting that inside pass. Inside 12, ducking.
Okay.
And that's again, a defender has to change, has to know where their stick is and be able to change stick position, be able to change the footwork real quick instead of getting turned around.
Right, Palin's goal was knocked away by East Brunswick. Good passing. They're content to stay out. Now here she comes, Moriarty.
Again, that's
met by
Gina Blanard.
Yeah.
And that again will result in a free position shot here.
So Moriarty's going to get a free shot here. At what point can the Bears attack here?
Oh, as soon as the referee blows whistle,
as soon as the whistle, they can get in there real quick. So she needs to get up front.
Boom.
Whoa.
Post.
Now
they're going to call it. Are they going to call, or they're going to say that hit? They're going to say that was in.
It was in?
It looked like it did rattle the net a little bit, but it was really up in that corner. So that's the 9th Hopewell goal.
9th goal, if that was in.
But again, you saw the decisiveness. Once the player saw what was there, she said, "Look, I can't take 5 steps in."
Well, you
Boom.
made that point before, and that's exactly what happened then. 2 steps, or maybe she didn't even take 2 steps. It might have been 1, but no more than 2, and just rifled that ball. And if we had to replay, we'd go back and see if that actually was a goal. We're working on that at TV3 on the replays.
We're coming down toward maybe a minute or less because the timekeeper is up walking on the field, keeping time.
Yeah, I would say about 30 seconds according to my time, but we'll see how close we are. 9-4. Hopewell is going to win this one.
Kristen Marcali checking right close to the sideline there. We'll be on EBTV taping the boys lacrosse game on Friday. I guess get Rutgers Prep.
Rutgers Prep, right.
We'll be here at J. Doyle Field. The game will be taped Friday when it is played, and will be rebroadcast on Saturday, I assume.
I think it's Saturday, and it'll be shown several times, and it's posted on TV3, so just check that out and watch the action. Hopewell again up quickly. Number 2 able to avoid a good pass over to Caitlin Lane. Number 3 controlling for Hopewell.
A little kind of a jump shot there.
A little bit of a jump shot by number 10, Moriarty, who's been right in the middle of all the action here today.
Last gasp here.
Oh, tosses it over. That's the end of the contest. Hopewell Valley 9, East Brunswick 4, as we have just seen the Bears unfortunately fall to 2 and 5 with victories over North Brunswick and Hillsborough, but you got to put this one in that L column. But the Bears played, I thought, very well at times. Down, what was it?
4-0 at the
4-0 at the start. We're able to come back within that last 5 minutes of that first half. And
but once again,
get a couple quick goals.
What you see here is the relative skill levels between a program that's 20 years old versus a program that's 5 years old.
And there is no question, even from a novice such as myself, that the skill level, the variance in that skill level was obvious to the uneducated viewer such as myself. And
the more talented team won today.
Right.
Unfortunately, for East Brunswick, and but I'm very proud of the effort. Certainly, Caitlin Park again with what did she have? Three goals.
Mm-hmm. Sherry Miller with
And
the other goal.
Miller with the other goal. Some nice defensive work. We called Burson repeatedly throughout the game. Lou and several other outstanding efforts on the part of the Bears.
But we'd like to encourage. You know, there were the few fans here, a couple of students I recognize, some parents obviously here. But
Right.
we'd like to encourage anybody who's been watching this game, if you'd like to see a really good athletic contest here, where size necessarily, you know, is not a big issue, or strength. It's speed, it's quickness, it's
Ability to
field
handle that
presence.
stick.
Yep, and really sharp skill levels. You know, to come out and watch the girls lacrosse team here play at East Brunswick,
Right.
and find out the schedule by looking on the East Brunswick High School website or checking the local paper here for the next game time. And so
Okay.
we'll be back here Friday.
We'll be here Friday, and we encourage you to come out. We see Mr. Murphy, the principal here. Mr. Emery is also down there with the officials at the end of this contest. So again, on behalf of Ken Saroka, the expert, and the novice Charlie King, this is EBTV. Thank you very much.